Hi. This video is a little bit different. It's more of a controversial topic, and I wanted to discuss it because I've been dying to really bring this to the fore and never knowing when is the right time. But honestly, today is the right time because enough is enough, and I want to say enough. And I discussed it with a friend last night, and I was sort of like weighing it up. Anyway, this morning I was sent this, and it confirms what I've been saying, but for somebody that you have heard of and know of to an extent. So more than 100 years ago, Rudolf Steiner wrote the following. In the future, we will eliminate the soul with medicine. Under the pretense of healthy point of view, there will be a jab by which the human body will be treated as soon as possible, directly at birth. At that, human being cannot develop the thought of existence of soul and spirit. To the materialistic doctors will be entrusted with the task of removing the soul of humanity. As today, people are jabbed against the disease or disease. So in the future, children will be jabbed with a substance that can be produced precisely in such a way that people, thanks to the jab, will be immune to being subjected to the madness of spiritual life. He would be extremely smart, but he would not develop a conscience. And that is the true goal of some materialistic circles. With such a jab, you can easily make the etheric body lose in the physical body. Once the etheric body is detached, the relationship between the universe and the etheric body will become extremely unstable. And man would become an automaton. For the physical body of man must be polished on this earth by spiritual will. So the jab becomes a kind of aromatic force. Man can no longer get rid of a given materialistic feeling. He becomes materialistic of constitution and can no longer rise to the spiritual. Rudolf Steiner, 1861 to 1925. Now that's really powerful, and when I read that this morning, I actually wanted to cry because it confirmed everything that I have witnessed and I have seen and I have personally had to deal with out there. But to have somebody that wrote that 100 years ago, for me now to speak it. As you already know, I've done 2 videos, and they were my interviews on 2 beautiful souls that I have known for quite some time and did the healing, and they reached out for me because I have been their healer, as they felt detached. Now, I did not tell them. They told me in their own words how they felt, and they sought me out because they knew I could help them. I found that such a struggle because these beautiful souls that I have known for so long were struggling to that level. Broke my heart to see them struggling. So indeed, of course, I was going to use every will that I could to help them through this. And yes, I was able to bring them back. That was amazing. And people would say to me, how is that even possible? It's not even, no, don't believe in that. What a load of crock. Well, that's fine, because they are not the ones that actually do this work. They are the ones that went and got this. Those words that I just spoke, this has been rolling out since you were born. You either are spiritual or you believe you are. And I have watched so many that have gone in here and gone off that way because their God would not harm them. I have watched so many of my family and my friends that have gone that way. They don't want anything to do with me now. But I stand strong because I still stand for them. I love them. But it goes back to those words. Now, what's really amazing, these beautiful souls that are part of me, I have worked with so many of my family and friends. So I know them. I know them inside out. They've always come running whenever they're sad or, for me to help pick them up. I am now, as one has quoted, I'm scum. And how dare I go against the narrative? I'm an uneducated scum. I stood there and I took it because those family members would not say that to me. I am watching worldwide families turning, friends turning on the ones that have questioned a rollout. It makes no sense. I have stood up in so many cases. Again, nobody was beside me apart from my immediate family. I was not allowed to talk about our experience when I took on a system like this. For 6 years we struggled because it was too hard for them to understand the pain, the torture that we stood up because we were poisoned. And I took them all on. 6 years we endured it. Pure torture, emotional torture. The reason I'm coming out with this is so many people say, it's okay for you because you're strong. No. I was exactly like you. But we had to fight it on our own. We had no extra people out there helping us. Every person we ran to, it's too hard, I can't cope. Oh no, that's too emotional for me, I can't cope. So I built up an endurance, because when you take on the system, their focus is to destroy and to weaken up another soul. You've seen the Christchurch earthquakes. Of those people that stood up, the endurance that they had to stand up, well, that was at the same sort of time. We got through because I went inside. I pushed out the external. I went in what directed me, and we stood up. We did not cave in. Not for a minute. Every day was another step to keep going forward, because I knew at the end of the day we had done nothing wrong. It was a system that I was showing up that was corrupt. My own little family stood with me and gave me the love that I needed to use to stand up to a system. 6 years, 6 years, and we got through it. What I'm trying to say here is for me to go through this one with everybody. I know what pain is. I know what standing up is. I know who and what it's all about. So yes, it is easier for me. I have that strength because I've had to use it for 6 years solid. I've only had a 3-month gap before I've stepped into this one. I've had to pace myself. But it comes back to a spiritual belief that everyone had put me down on a spiritual, because when you're on a spiritual quest, the people that are very religious look upon you as the ultimate wrong side. But it's that side that got me through. And now, by learning so much in the last 2 years of these religions and what they're behind and what they have represented out there, it will make your skin turn, your stomach. So I just want to pass on to you that remember what your goal is. Remember what you're standing for. Because it's a transformation we are all being put through on planet Earth. We are not to be living in this 3D heavy dimensional matrix. God is showing us how to lift our vibration up. To lift up, you actually have to shine your light against what is holding you back and what has created this in the first place. We cannot go into the 5th dimension without dismantling the third dimension of the pure evil that is amongst us. I am calling all that find it in your heart to stand with us all with our light and shine it upon the dark, because the dark is crumbling. As we know, we are segregated from Friday on. I cannot get over how many people are standing for this traffic light system. They believe it's okay to separate human beings because of their stance on a belief. But if you look at those ones that are standing strong on it, as Rudolf Steiner quoted about their soul, in that jab, there are different levels, vial 1, 2 and 3. 3 is the worst, major side effects. 2, a little bit. 1, nothing. So amongst us, you're wondering what right now, why are the people you love don't want to have anything to do with you. You are wondering why they have turned. They are not even the same soul anymore. I want to pass on to you. It was something I didn't want to bring through because it's going to stir a lot of people up, but it needs to be said. What I witness is when they have their first one. They are different. They're emotionally different, but I watch anxiety step up. Their whole personality starts changing. When they go for that second, depending 1, 2 or 3 which one they got. As a disconnection. I have personally gone to quite a few people that have done the second. I have tried to connect to them on a spiritual, to read their soul. I am so sensitive to souls. You can put anyone in front of me and I can read anything about them. To write down to what they're feeling, what they're experiencing, their life, you name it. I even get upset about this because I can't read them now. They feel different. To me, they're like a hologram in front of me. One woman, I spent an hour. I know her inside out. She was begging. She was crying, begging for me to connect with her, and I tried everything because she's like a daughter to me. I said to her, because your will is so strong, darling, I know in my heart something will happen at the end. So hold on and don't give in. Focus on building your body. Because I know something is going to come in. Don't give up. But the message also is to the ones that are basically orphans now. The ones that in their whole mind, body and soul are feeling completely beside themselves because they're alone. Their family are turning on them, and especially for coming to Christmas. So many families will not be connecting because of the belief system, and how wrong is that? That is not human talking. The ones that aren't will bring everybody together, but the ones that are, that's it. We don't exist in their world anymore. They can't even connect because there's no empathy. Now, if you follow what empathy is, it's a spiritual emotion. So I just wanted to pass on. Don't give in, because you are witnessing it for yourself, what happens to them. And the number 3 is coming in fast. And that is something I really, really are begging you. Hold off as long as you can. Because that one is the deal breaker. And they have said, if you do not have the 3rd, you are back in our segregation camp. So you will be coming into our camp. So it's now time. Work out what's the most important thing you came here to experience on earth is love. Not to hurt another soul. Well, that's certainly happening out there. And it's like 101. So I call for all the ones that are standing, are feeling alone. You are no longer alone. You have lifted your vibration up and you're sitting higher than the other ones. So it's now to look around and connect. So anything now I want to pass on a positive to you is because the universe has lifted us even higher and higher. When you put out what you're wishing, and you put out, because the transition that we're going through, our spiritual gifts are enhancing. We are becoming stronger. And if by any chance of the imagination you thought to go the opposite way, you're still going to have to come back and do the full circle. That is not the easy road to have gone. That is a longer, harder stretch, and they will never be free, because there's going to be another one and another one, but your body will be affected to the max. When you stay whole and present with your soul, you can achieve anything. So hold on within yourself. And I keep saying it's not much longer, but honestly, the tide is turning. And it has to look so scary because people have to wake up. And when they get pushed into that corner, they're really having to sort out a lot in their head. And so many people have gone the opposite way. But that's their choice. You will see eventually there will be a shift. But we need to work on ourselves now. You do not leave it any longer. There has been a program in the last couple of weeks that went out, and I was affected. And I have spoken to so many spiritual people that were affected. And the outcome is the ones that we have been holding their hand went and got it. I was in my kitchen in that time, and I was just doing whatever I was doing, and then boom, came through in my thought pattern, I need to go and get and where am I going to go to get it? And I was nothing existed in my reality. Now I am full on thought pattern because I have a lot of communication and downloads 24/7. None. Everything was gone. All I focused was where was I going to go and receive that. Now, I am one of the biggest against that. And it got me. And I spoke to so many and they said the same. And how many do you know that went in the last 2 weeks? And if you were still standing with all intact, you need to get stronger. And stronger you will, because your determination, because your loved ones have been affected. You need to lift your vibration even stronger to push back. We have won. We just need to dismantle the illusion of what they all are creating. And I am calling you now. You are connected because you are here now. You have got the strength. And God is wishing to really enhance all your gifts now. Your third eye, your healing abilities. You will get downloads. So shift up now, because you are going to get stronger and stronger and stronger. And when you believe to receive, you will. So don't give in one iota. We are different because we remembered when we came back what we're here for. This is our last chance for the whole planet. The galaxy is relying on us. So stand up and do your part for what you came here for. I am so proud of you all. And even the ones that are still connected with us, that have got that way and have got the vial that was saline. Stand with us and lift. All we need to do is keep lifting the vibration and know our outcome. Don't think of anything other than the full outcome that we all are wishing for. When you get that momentum, when you surge it, honestly, though, it is going to be explosive. Wow. Bring on December, I say. Buckle in. We don't need the outer illusion anymore. You have had to come to this place right now. You have had to walk away from that disconnection from the matrix without doing it. How can you push forward? You can't. You have to untangle yourself. But the amount of people that went, oh, I can't do that. I've got a mortgage. There are other means, there are other ways, and when you stand in your truth, that is when the universe steps in, but you have to make that commitment. Unless you make that commitment, how can the universe gift you something in return? They can't. You have to be on this walk of pure truth. And standing up for what you believe in and for humanity, because you have learned so much on this path. How can you back down? You can't. We are so close. And we are basically on the 90% level. We have kicked over another record. Another transition on going forward. So please, I beg you now, lift even higher. Strengthen. And I have just been asked to pull one card out, and this is the card that is going to get us through and confirming everything I've said today. So keep that strength, because you are worth millions intact. And the future that is going to come and is going to rain on you is going to be amazing. Okay. The card in which they're wishing to bring is, I'm going to pull out. For the advice that we need. How cool is this? Suffering and silence. We've come to the end part. Look, the blend of the color that even matches me. Suffering and silence no more, because you can feel it. We are there. And she is sitting on the edge of that mountain that she has climbed, and it's been a hard road for her. But she's going nowhere but forward. She is putting her visual out. She is feeling the energy of all that positive energy that is in front of her. She knows at the right time everything is going to come forward. Why would you go back down and go into the depth when you have fought so long and hard? So believe in yourself right now, and the angels and the universe is pumping through so much energy of strength. Don't give in. Don't give in to anything that does not connect with you. Because I know. They've just said, pull this card out. They're working with you. the bringing through the downloads, the information through your crown chakra. So listen as they work with you. You can do this. It's beautiful. Don't give in. I love you, and I know you've come this far. We have got so many babies that are coming in at the moment. They are of our new energy. Their souls had gone home. They're bringing forth the new creative, the most exquisite energy of all these new babies. Be part of the journey. Don't go the long way round. We are taking the shortcut. But the shortcut is harder because the other ones have to untangle themselves, and you are here. I am so proud of you all. Hold the line, because it's going to get a little bit rough this week while we transition. But find the beauty, put yourself in projects, build a garden, watch nature grow in front of you, give love, speak to the plants, do everything that makes you feel amazing. You don't need all this outer noise. You don't connect to it anymore. We're going back to our great-grandparents, how they used to live. But with pure love in our heart, and because your vibration is lifting so much higher, you have connected to your soul tribe, and we are all connecting. So connect your heart, grow, because the more you lift, you're lifting somebody else's soul at the same time. But one person has enough frequency to build up to help 1,000 people now. So feel that in your heart. It's not just one soul that you are verbally talking to, vibrationally, the stronger, the higher your frequency. You are capable of working with 1,000 people. I am sending so much love through. We have got this. If you like this, subscribe, share, and click a like and give me some feedback, because I always love your feedback. Lift up. And I'm going to go outside in the rain because I've got a project on, and I am going to stand in that cleansing rain and feel so blessed with the beauty that is around us, because the cleansing's coming through.